Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing? Well, it is still January 1st of 26, the first day of the year one, 11:30 p.m. at night. I had a pretty good day at work, but we've been slow, and I was given some news at work today. That my hours are going to get cut even more. I've only currently been working 28 hours a week for several weeks, months maybe. Well, today my boss informed me that I'm going to be only working 21 hours a week starting next week, I think. There's a restaurant here in town across the street from my current job. And I applied when they first opened because I wanted to work in the kitchen and do prep work, dish work, whatever. I didn't want to have to deal with the public since my other job was dealing with the public. But my manager at my current job at that point in time couldn't get it together enough to give me a set schedule or set hours to where I could work out something with the restaurant. So I just told the restaurant, they told me if anything ever changes, just contact them back. Well, they come in and shop at our store a lot, and I usually go there at least once a week on Mondays because they have half price burgers on Mondays. And so I've gotten to know the owner's pretty good. Well, the owner's son, I guess he's the manager, one of the managers. He came in today, and it was just pretty much right after I found out. And I asked him, I was like, hey, is there any way that you'd be able to give me like 3 days a week, where I could work like 20, 21 hours a week? He's like, let me see what I got, and I'll get back with you. And because I told him what Greg, my current boss, told me. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Then another blessing happened today. After I got off work, I grabbed a couple of items because we had 20% off for our employee discount at the end of the month. So I wanted to buy a few things that I needed so I could get that extra 20% off. And then I came home, and I'm also, everybody knows I'm a big Dutch Bros fan. Well, they had an app sticker for the first sticker of the year. And so I went up there to get a Dutch Bros tonight. And then I came home and noticed that I needed gas. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and stop and get some gas. Oh, excuse me. So I kind of took my time making it into the store because I was chit-chatting with Kelsey a little bit along the way. And I finally get into the store to prepay for my gas. And I used to work there, so I was talking to one of the girls that I used to work with, that me and Kelsey's still friends with, and told her how much I wanted on gas. I told her I only need $10.49. And this other lady that is a regular customer of mine at Cash Savers stepped up and said, hey, I want to put $10 toward her gas. So the girl's like, well, I've already got her pump set, and everything. But she can go up there and pump it, and then once she's done pumping it, I'll put the $10 on it. And she's like, okay. So I went out there and started pumping. I told her, I was like, girl, you ain't got to do that. She goes, no, girl, it's the new year. You're a hard worker. you always are happy and got a smile on your face when you check me out. So I just want to do something for you. And I was like, okay, well, I appreciate it. I really do. You don't even realize how much of a little blessing this is for me. So I went out there, pumped my gas and everything. And of course, when I get in my car to see how much it went up, full tank of gas. Full tank of gas. And I probably would have only had like a little over half a tank if she hadn't gave me that extra $10. So the first day of the year, and I'm already getting blessed, you know. So even though I've received all the news that I've received as far as losing hours at my job, I'm already making efforts to counteract that, you know. I'm also thinking about doing some door dashing as well to pick up extra money until I can get another part-time job, you know, and start working and getting those paychecks rolling in. But yeah, I'm having an amazing day. It's kind of strange because it's like a new year, right? And you would think that things would change with it being a new year, that people's perspectives would change to a certain extent. But it's something that you have to work on personally. You can't expect it just to automatically happen like magic, you know? But I get on YouTube and it's the same old, you know? Different year. I get on my Facebook. And yes, I know technically that there's 12, we're on a Gregorian calendar. We're not on a natural lunar cycle calendar. We're on the Gregorian calendar. If we were on the lunar cycle calendar, then we would be having 13 months out of the year versus 12 months. And every month would start on the same day and end on the same day of the month, if there was only 28 days in each month. If there was 28 days in each month and 13 months, that's 364 days and then 1 day to rest. So, and the calendar actually starts in April, springtime, not January. So, in reality, it should be April, the first month of the year. And March would be the last month of the year, and then there'd be an added month in between June and July called Sol, S-O-L. Anyways, people are talking about that on Facebook because of the new year, you know. It seems like there's always people out there to counteract whatever holiday is in play or in season, you know. You got some people that counteract the new year with the other information that I just gave you. Or like in October, you got your Christians that are counteracting the Halloween. Just like in December, you've got the pagans that counteract Christmas, you know, to the Christians. It's all division. It's all division. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with religion. It just happens to be something that humans do simply because the ego leads them to do it. You know? I'm starting to realize that I have more power than I ever gave myself the ability to believe. I want more out of life than what's presented on social media. I want more out of life than fighting for a system that doesn't care about you. Everybody talks about trying to fix the government, how we need to get rid of this person or that person, or government's always going to be around until all the humans stand up and put it to an end, And I don't see that happening anytime soon. In fact, it's been, come 3 weeks from now, it will be 17 years since I turned off my TV. 17 years since I turned off my TV, and then come this summer, it will be 17 years since I awakened to the horrors of vaccinations. And thus was the beginning of my journey to where I am today. But I figured it's 2026, it's year 1, 2026 equals 1. Why not wake up every day as positive as I can and look for the good in the day? Not to really expect the good to happen to you per se, but just look for the good. Look for the good in all things, Like when my boss was telling me what he was telling me today, telling me that he was going to have to drop my hours. He knows who I am, and he knows that sometimes when he gives me news such as this, that it will affect my attitude. And make me be negative, per se. So he told me before I went out there, he's like, Candy, he goes, I don't want you getting negative on me out there. I go, no. I was like, dude, you know what? Even though I really don't want to have to deal with what I'm going to have to deal with when it comes to trying to get more income in, this isn't going to affect my day. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do the same job I've done, even if you hadn't told me these things. So don't worry about it, boss. This is going to be an awesome day. But, we're really slow. We were really slow today. And that's what kind of blew me away, is because today's the 1st. Food stamps should have came out today. And usually we are busy on the 1st. But for some reason today, it was just totally dead. Also, I think what's happening in my job has been affected by the actions that's happened in the last few months. Even though my boss claims it's just a company-wide thing, it's not just our specific store that's being targeted to lower their hours. No, every single store under the HAC corporation is having to lower their hours. But of course, each store is going to be different based off their size, location, etc. I told him, I was like, yeah, but how? We're losing customers because we can't keep our shelves stocked. And because of the fact that we're losing customers because of that, that's why we're losing money, and that's why they're having to cut back all these hours. If they could keep the shelves stocked, then we wouldn't have lost a lot of customers to Walmart. Because in my small town, the only gigs here in town for groceries are Walmart and Cash Savers. And that's it. Other than Dollar General and Dollar Tree. And convenience stores. But there's no other grocery stores, no other place to shop for groceries or food. Unless you want to drive 15 miles north of here to Norman and go to another grocery store like a Crest, a Homeland, which were part of the Homeland Corporation, just have a different name, Cash Savers. Or go on up into the city to a Winco or to a Sprouts or Natural Grocers or wherever, People are going to go where the stock is full. And because we had a greedy CEO that decided not to pay our suppliers last summer and caused all this hoopla and caused 5 stores to shut down and all those people lose their jobs or have to transfer to other stores to keep a job, and then cutting our suppliers cutting us off basically until we can get them paid down before they're going to raise or take the limits off of us to where we can order freely again and get our shelves stocked back up. Every day since August, I've had at least one customer ask me, is y'all store shutting down? Why are y'all shelves so empty? Why don't y'all have this? Why don't y'all have that? Blah, 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 blah. And I hear that every day, at least one time a day. But more than likely, I'm going to hear it about 20 to 50 times a day. Rumors go around in this small, sleepy town. Everybody thinks we're shutting down. And hopefully we aren't. But if we do shut down, and I do lose my job, and I can't transfer to another store location, unemployment, baby. Unemployment for as long as they'll give it to me, which would probably be about 6 months. And in that time frame, I'm going to search for another job. If that happens, do my door dashing, do whatever, I'm not going to just stop living because the world stops working the way it used to. You know what I mean? Anyway. Peace, love, hugs, mugs. All that good stuff. And I'm out.